Is clicking on a link to get 2 free Webull stocks bad for your health? This is an LLA update for Saturday. Hope you are good and safe and laughing with me because I am done. Like fried chicken to the 2 free Webull stocks. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below. We may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please comment if you like this video because it's going off the chains very fast. And shortly coming up, we will give you free insurance to click on as well. When we launched this channel, we saw the other channels out there, and we thought something was a little bit off kilter. And we don't want to admonish anyone or any persons on their side hustle, but what is Weeboo or Weeball or Weeball? And why are we supposed to get 2 free stocks and only 2? I mean, suddenly in this whole microcosm, the entire universe is offering 2 free downloads of Webull stocks. I mean, what can you do with 2 free Webull stocks? That's like an EIDL loan for $1,000. You can't do anything with it. I mean, can I call up the SBA officer and ask to negotiate for more Webull stocks? Because that's what I would certainly want. I mean, and the best part of the Webull stocks is when people mention it during their feed. They're talking about a second stimulus check, and they're suddenly like, "Oh, let me go check my Webull stocks." I mean, that's not what I usually think in my given day. I don't start Weebulling off to look at Webull stocks. But I guess what happened was this company Webull or Weeball started paying channels to mention Webull as often as they could, and they would give them 2 free stocks, which I think is sort of an embarrassing proposition because most stocks trade, $20 to $40 or $60 unless it's Google. So, okay, they're going to give you $20 to open up an account. I mean, that's sort of insane since most accounts now give you like $500, $600 to open an account. So it can give you 2 Webull stocks. And, click the link. And then there's insurance. I mean, who hawks life insurance on a channel? I just think that's so, I was going to say tacky, but I think it's weird also. I mean, if your viewership is dying, why are you offering them insurance before they're dead? I mean, that's a nice way to kill your traffic. Let me kill my traffic and offer you life insurance so your loved ones can collect it after you tune off my channel. I mean, what's the best way to piss off your viewers or your channel so they die? Give them life insurance and then allow them to collect on it. Is there life insurance for the channel as well? I mean, when the channel is on its last leg, you better call that life insurance and hope you have Webull stock in it as well. But then there's those thumbnails. I mean, as you know, everyone and their sister and brother has to have these strange faces on their thumbnails. And when I first saw it, I thought, okay, it was 1 or 2 people, but then I realized everyone's doing it. What is going on? Do they go to some university and learn how to have facial reactions and then point everywhere and then make that? Is that like a business model? Is that a business? And I guess someone told them that people click on things when you make a crazy face. I mean, do you click on Mitch McConnell's face every time it's crazy? I don't. I mean, do crazy faces make something more clickable than something that's inherently, more aesthetically pleasing? And and then they have people who actually teach you how to make crazy faces on channels. So like if you did not know already how to make a crazy face and your business model needed you to make more crazy faces to sell Webull stocks, then there are actually people who will teach you in channels how to make crazy faces. I mean, the best solution to make crazy faces is a few Red Bull and vodkas or something, and then you're ready to go. But I mean, and they actually have names for these faces, which boggles the mind. I mean, they actually have now come up with names of the faces you make sure the viewers click on your videos so that you sell them life insurance and Webull stocks. There's nothing more reassuring than than an accountant who wants to sell you Webull stocks and says, let's all invest in Bitcoin. I mean, there's a pandemic going, you're not getting stimulus checks, but let's all invest in Bitcoin. That sounds like a great business plan. I don't know. And then there's finally those, I don't know what you would call them, but there are these very splashy millennials who call themselves entrepreneurs, and they're always they're advertising on this channels also, so I shouldn't bash them, I guess. But you'll see these advertisements, and they're driving around in these $500,000 cars, which they bought for nothing. No, they didn't buy. They leased them for zero down and $0 per month because they have a $900 credit score. Now, what business model is that? I mean, who goes and rents a car, not rents a leases a car for zero down and $0, zero interest, and then brags about it? I mean, apparently it's a business model for entrepreneurs. And then they go on Instagram and show how much Bitcoin they bought that night. I don't know. It must go with the soy latte, though, it must go with the soy latte and kale salad that I just don't subscribe to or eat. And then these people, these millennials, it's very, very flashy. And then they actually they actually admit that they think it helps viewers to understand that when you have zero down and zero interest a month, that you've succeeded in life. I don't know. It just proves you got nothing for zero. It's just very peculiar. I mean, obviously, they're not using their Webull stocks effectively. They've obviously bought more than two Webull stocks. But, there you go. So next time you see a face with a lot of crazy reactions and pointing at things with like a halo above the body, or pointing this way or pointing that way, and then the background is changed and they cut out their face and they put it behind like some red explosion, and then they say something like zero interest. Make sure when you click on it, you do not subscribe. You do not ask for some Webull stock because it's just probably not your time.